Hello, I'm Rob Thomas, and welcome to The Road Ahead, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Today's episode of The Road Ahead is sponsored by Prolitec. Together with the iconic perfumers of Fragrance House, Firmenich, Prolitec provides ambient scent experiences as fresh and nuanced as those in nature. Prolitec's team of US-based engineers develop computer-controlled technologies that enable uniformly scented atmospheres, remote controlled to allow today's busy clubs to focus on their members, while Prolitec helps everyone breathe easier. Learn more at prolitec.com. For today's episode, highlighting how clubs are moving forward to create successful new programs, events, and amenities, and enhanced member experience, we're taking a look at what Racine Country Club has done to take their member experience to another level. And for that, we've got Bob Wiegand, Head of Maintenance and Housekeeping at Racine Country Club in Racine, Wisconsin. Bob, welcome to the show.
Welcome. How you doing, Rob?
Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. And hey, before we get into what you guys are doing, tell me a little bit real quick about what you guys did through COVID-19 to kind of enhance, I guess, the cleaning aspect of the club.
To enhance the cleaning, we used several housekeepers. We sanitized everything, every touchable surface, we set up hand sanitizing stations. We really focused on the distancing between the tables themselves. We did a lot of to-go orders at that time. We enhanced that part of our business through that way.
Fantastic. Hey, it sounds like you did everything the right way, obviously.
We tried to take as many precautions as we could, yeah.
Well, you went one step further, which is kind of new to me. Tell me a little bit about Prolitec, ambient scenting, and how that came to your attention.
The biggest reason we've got Prolitec in here is kind of a bad design of the building itself. We are below street grade, which means we pump whatever's in the building. It has to get uphill as far as sewage and wastewater and stuff like that. So it goes from our building, which again is below the grade of the road, to the sewer lines. And it's an older building as well. So we had a really bad area of the club downstairs where the sewer ejection pump is. And what happens in that area, I mean, your dishwater goes in there. And I discovered by many hours of looking at blueprints that the extra water that's we have a 2,700 gallon grease trap. So when the kitchen fills up that grease trap, that trap catches all the solid greases and it separates it, but the water still stinks itself. So after looking through the blueprints, I found that extra water doesn't make it straight out to the sewer line. It actually returns to the building. And again, that goes into our ejection pit pump. And there's floor drains down there, and just that water making that constant splash brought a horrible smell to our basement area. So we were able to strategically position the Prolitec scent machines in an area where it just doesn't happen anymore. And it's just a much better member experience. And I did everything I could as far as exhaust fans and pressurizing the building, and none of that stuff seemed to work. And then the Prolitec came in, and we were able to, I don't want to say mask it. We just brought a better aroma to the general area that was being affected by all this horrible sewer water, grease trap smell. So, and it's not even an issue anymore. It's been fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah. Oh, how did you hear about Prolitec?
I heard about Prolitec through a company that installed our security cameras. He had noticed what has been going on here, so it was word of mouth, and he gave me all the information I needed. That, and you guys are right out of Milwaukee, where he's based out of Milwaukee, and we were able to get together and make this whole thing happen. So,
can you tell us a little bit about the installation process?
There really wasn't a whole lot to tell. It was flawless. We came in, they did a scope of measurements on the area that would be covered and what we needed to cover. We kind of, being in the basement, figured out which way the drafting of the air was going, and we put one upstairs and we've got the two downstairs, and just covers the whole area, where as soon as you walk in the front door of the club, you smell that. If you were to wander downstairs, it's a continuous smell. It's been wonderful.
Are there different scents you can choose from?
We use the same scent, so I forget what the scent is that we are using, but it's very subtle. It's not overpowering by any means. It doesn't feel like we're masking a smell. It just feels like that smell should be there.
Wow.
So you don't get the combination of the horrible smell with the good smell. It smells like it should, like a nice subtle fragrance. If there's any problem at any time, or we need to turn it up, I call them up and they're out here within a day or two, and they're really nice to work with.
That's terrific.
Personally, I'm using Carla out of Milwaukee, so she's wonderful.
All right. Hey, what are your members saying?
It's not what they say, it's what they don't say. They don't smell that smell anymore, and it was very distracting. In fact, I'm sitting in the membership director's office right now. We get tours when we used to get tours for new members, I would always have him alert me, and I would have to go to that area and make sure, spray some sprays and try to hide that, so the potential new member didn't have to experience that horrible smell. So I don't have to do any of that anymore. It's just automatic.
Fantastic. Hey, Bob, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you joining us.
Okay. Maybe we can do a little more in the future. We are adding something that no other country club has in the state of Wisconsin. We are going to have it's under construction right now. We're going to have a heated winter driving range with 4 golf simulators, a bar, and a restaurant. It's all its own separate building. I don't anticipate any problems with that, but if I know where to go if I need you.
Fantastic. Yeah, we'll definitely come on in, take a look at it, and maybe feature it in the magazine.
All right, cool.
Take care, Bob. I really appreciate your time.
I hope I helped you out.
You're fantastic. You did a great job. Thank you. Thank you for watching this edition of The Road Ahead, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. And thank you again to our sponsor, Prolitec. If you have a great idea or success story you'd like to see featured on a future episode of The Road Ahead, email editor@clubandresortbusiness.com.